Hello, this is a book review of the children's picture book, How the Crayon Saved the Rainbow, written by Monica Sweeney and illustrated by Feronia Parker Thomas. And this book comes to us from Sky Pony Press, and if you've watched many of my video reviews here at the National Writing for Children Center, you know that I just love almost every book that comes out from Sky Pony Press. They are just one of my favorite children's picture book publishers, and when you see this book, you'll kind of know why. This one has colorful end papers, which I always love. The nice bright colors, you know, kind of crayon colors. Also, it came with a nice dust jacket, but when you take the dust jacket off, something else I like is you've still got the cover there. So if and when you lose the dust jacket, you've still got a pretty cover. So the story starts, and since it's all about crayons, it looks like the illustrations are done with crayons, and there's a place for the child who owns the book to put their name there. And then we see the first part looks like a rainbow with a crayon, and then the first double page spread, which is something else I really like about picture books, is when they have a double page spread, because again, if you're reading the book to a group of kids, all of them in the back of the room can still see the illustrations because they're nice and big. And these do look like they were colored with crayons. So it says, the sun and the clouds were best friends. They worked together to keep the earth warm and gardens growing. But of all the things they did together, their very favorite was making rainbows, so that the whole world was colorful and happy. Then one day, the sun and the clouds had a big fight. The clouds were blocking the sun, and the sun couldn't shine through to the earth. The sun went sizzle, sizzle, sizzle at the clouds, and the clouds went clap, bang, boom, back. They stopped being friends and were never in the sky together again. And now you see that they're on both sides of the sky. And again, it still looks like crayons. And then we've got little things to look at in the story, which I always like, because kids can come back to a picture book again and again and find things that maybe they didn't notice the first time. With the sun and clouds far apart, it was scorching hot on some days and damp and cold on others. And worst of all, there were no more rainbows. Without rainbows, the flowers, streams, and even cities started to lose their color. Soon the earth was black and white. And I love the way they've done the colors here, and then it just goes to black and white right on the other page. But in one little town, in one little school, in one little desk, there was one little forgotten box of crayons. And the crayons still had their colors. The desk rattled, shook, clambered, and clanked. All of a sudden it toppled over, and the box of crayons tumbled out. And there we see the colorful crayons among all the black and white. Ah, now the crayons start talking, and you can just see all the things they say. The crayons started to search for the colors because they're just wondering what's happened. They raided marker bins and tore through art projects, but everything as far as they could see was only black and white. The crayons looked out the window. The sun was all the way to one side of the sky looking angry. There's the sun. And the clouds were all the way to the other side looking gloomy. And there's the clouds. I miss all the colors. We can't even draw rainbows together now, said one of the crayons. And another one said, wait, that's it. We need to save the rainbows. So that's what they started to do. And the rest of the story starts telling us how they saved the rainbows. And like a good picture book, it ends with a little twist. I'm not going to tell you what that is, but I just think you'll enjoy reading this to, you know, a classroom of kids, one kid, and kids will love it over and over. Plus, gosh, they're going to want to draw rainbows after this is over. So really good time to bring out that little science lesson about colors of the rainbow, different things like that. So again, this is called How the Crayon Saved the Rainbow, written by Monica Sweeney and illustrated by Feronia Parker Thomas.